Hey, we're back with our Nerd Talk. We might throw some other stuff in here. I'll look through Facebook, see if anything comes up. We actually have a decent amount of time today. Usually on a strict time frame. Today's Martin Luther King Day, Junior Day, and usually we have a time frame for this kid and his nap, so on and so forth. But what's her name? Is Jesse's not working today.
I hate
Yeah, I hated all of those too.
wow, like I'm going through the list and I'm like, I can't fucking bear it.
No, can't bear it. Huh.
What?
Anyway, okay. So our nerd talk, we might have some. I'm gonna look through my phone and see if any more come up from a group I follow, which are always really fun. Some of them you can answer in like 5 seconds. The other ones you got a little bit of thinking about it. But the one we started a few weeks ago was it was King Leonidas versus Spartacus. Now each part of this is kind of an interpretation, which he'll have his
Lightly interpreted. Will The Incredibles be a comedy?
We could do animated movies in 2000 next week or something. You want to do that? You want to do that?
That's fine.
So the first, wow. Look at that.
Dude, that's all over Fayette County. Like, if you go to Uniontown and, like, actually try to walk a sidewalk, it's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Right out in front of the Walmart, right off the main drag, the Clowntown exit, there's literally, they didn't even put a sidewalk. They just put a part of a sidewalk on the corner. Like, there's literally no way to get to that corner without walking through the mud and the grass and over a hill. I have been eyeing it up. I'm on the fence. But just that corner. No sidewalk on either side of it. Just the corner. The pad that you stand on for the thing to change so you can walk across. But no sidewalk leading up to it.
It is a welfare town, so they probably don't have the money to add.
No fucking sense.
I know. Oh, they're making a live action Zelda movie. Zelda show for Netflix.
Oh, a show?
Yes. I'm trying to see if there's anything on this. Deadpool was banned in China.
Sweet. Probably they did a lot of jokes about it.
Probably. And I finally, I've never seen Serenity till last night.
What?
Yeah, I know what it is. I know it's part of. I have it. I've never gone around to watching it, but I sat down and watched it.
You deprived individual.
Yep. Liam Neeson dressed up as Cable. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That would work very well. Work. Why isn't he in the Deadpool movie? He should be there.
Oh, that's badass.
You haven't seen those yet?
No, that's
they've
badass.
Been around. They've been around for like a year.
I've never seen those till right now. What are you doing? Dance off, bro. Me and you. Okay. So our nerd talk. You want to go first? Do you want to go
first? Go ahead.
It's kind of elaborate. It's kind of elaborate.
Be elaborate. Do your thing.
Homer, my face is up here. I've already made my choice. Okay. So when it comes to Leonidas and Spartacus, first take in numbers. Taking history first. Leonidas was about 800 years or something.
That was in the 2000s.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Let me get the exact year real quick of the battle for
That's like 300 BC.
Yeah, 480 BC, and then I'll get the Spartacus Rebellion. 73 BC. So it's about 320 year difference, roughly. No, 400 year difference. About a 400 year difference. Okay, so factor in first off numbers, the numbers game. Spartacus, army mass between 100 and 150,000. So split the difference, about 25,000. The largest army ever amassed by Sparta was 45,000 to take the island of Sicily, which they failed because they don't have good ships.
Well, they're not exactly a seafaring race.
They're not. And how to put this? So that's the largest ever amassed, largest army ever amassed in Leonidas' lifetime, which, he was about 50. They don't put, in the movie he looks kind of young, but he was about 50 or 60 whenever it actually happened. The actual fight. So in the largest ever amassed was about 10,000. So let's give Leonidas the benefit of the doubt, say they had about 30,000 troops. Can we agree on that?
I'll give you that.
30,000 troops. If you look at gear, Spartacus is not as armored, nowhere near as armored as King Leonidas and his Spartans. They have the hopline shield, which is 4 feet in diameter, okay, all the way around, and it's one of the greatest weapons ever. Actually, they tested on Mythbusters, it actually can kill people with it. The way the edge is made, all you do is smash them with it, right in the head, crush their skull, and it's almost an instant kill. Not to mention it protects you from arrow fire, spear fire, spears, I should say, or javelins. They have the not the Z-Stone, it's called the Dory. It's called the Dory. It's a 6-foot long spear that every guy has. Yeah, it's called the Dory, I promise.
No, I'm just trying to think if that's the one with the hook on the bottom of the pike or not.
No.
Okay.
This is
because it was like, it might have been the Romans that had that, to where the spear actually had a downward hook on it, to where if you missed, you could pull the enemy into you.
I don't think that was. You're thinking of a halberd.
Okay.
Halberd has the spike side, and then you have the axe, and then you have the point.
Okay.
And what you do is you turn it, and you would try to stab, and then you pull back the shield. That's a halberd.
Okay.
Which was only replaced by, that was the most efficient pole arm until the gun was invented. That was the most efficient pole arm ever invented.
We do love guns.
Yes, we do. Guns. So, and you got greaves, you got a full bronze chest armor, that helmet, which impedes vision, but I won't get too much into that. So they're armored head to toe in full bronze, which bronze is pretty durable as armor. So Spartacus, some armor, but usually gladiators were trained to not have chest armor because that's what you're leaving open. You can protect your arms, protect your legs, but that's what they left open usually. I would assume they had armor because they knew they were facing the Romans. Now look at numbers. I just went over numbers. So Spartacus has more. It's later in time, so he's dealing with steel weapons, not bronze. So that's an advantage a little bit.
Yeah.
Durability of weapons. You also got to look at the fighting style of both. Spartans, and you can agree with me here, Internet, you can agree with me here, come straight at you. They put their shields in, they lock in, they march forward with their spears. If you get close, they stab. And they just basically just push forward. They don't move to the left very well, they move to the right. That's why the Battle for Thermopylae, if you've ever seen the movie 300, it's so effective. Because you can't attack their flanks. Their flanks are very weak. And they're not very good being surrounded. If you're coming straight at you, it's very effective. That's why, like some of the most boring battles, like one of the ancient philosophers said, the most boring battle to watch is 2 hopline armies. Because they're basically they're poking each other's shields and nothing happens. But it just basically comes down to who's stronger and better and more armor. But anyway.
Yeah.
So tactic wise, Sparta doesn't really have many tactics. They have one way of fighting, which it's pretty effective. And they also have a sword. I forgot they have it's called the Xiphos. It's called a Xiphos sword. It's a short sword. That's all it is. It's about that long.
Look at you.
I know my history.
Study.
I did study. I knew this before our conversation. So, switch over to Spartacus. Spartacus, they have multiple different ways of fighting. They have guys with shields, guys with spears. They have girls and guys with daggers. Okay? They have javelin throwers for those that aren't as trained in the art of actual gladiatorial warfare. They have archers. They have a lot of, and not to mention they use unconventional warfare to their advantage. They don't just come right at you. They'll use espionage. They'll use distractions. They'll use sneak attacks. Okay, there's more than just, and which that doesn't matter in a one-on-one battle. But,
No, not when your armies are going at it.
But using multiple dimensions of being able to fight is helpful. They also have cavalry. That is a big deal. They had cavalry. So, look at Spartacus. He fought the Romans, the most disciplined army, and they actually took a lot of what the Spartans did and enhanced it. Yes, they come right at you, but now they add javelins to just shield you. Why? Because without your shield, you have nothing to protect you.
Yes.
Yeah. I told it the pilum. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I explained that last week. The pilum. They have archers. They have skirmishers, Villistas. There's the guys that throw spears that just run away from the battle as soon as they throw their spears. Archers. They have mechanized warfare with scorpions and onagers. Those are ballista launchers and catapults. And they have cavalry. And Spartacus was highly effective against them, breaking their ranks, getting them out of their usual, breaking their discipline. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And twisting that and working that till he won the battles. And he won a lot of battles against Rome. He brought them to their knees. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he put a lot of, they had to recall a lot of troops just to defend them. So I would think after Spartacus dealing with the Romans and their numbers and the way they fight, how disciplined they are, I think he would look at Spartans and say, yeah, they're just as disciplined, but they have less dimensions to their fighting. They don't throw javelins. They don't shoot. They don't have arrows. They don't have mechanized warfare. There's a lot of things that it's basically Romans minus all the extra stuff other than just pushing forward with spears.
Yeah.
That's the way I think Spartacus would look at it, and I think he would figure out how to beat them. Now again, we talked about this. Terrain is a big deal. If you're protecting his flanks with either terrain or whatever, that's a huge advantage for Sparta, Leonidas, because you're playing to your strength. But if you're fighting in an open field, there's no way you're going to beat Spartacus, in my opinion, because sheer numbers, cavalry, archers, he can surround you. There's all these different aspects to it. So terrain is the X factor here. I still think Spartacus has a chance either way, because he could probably find some other way. Like, look, he was trapped on a mountain. That's actually based on a true story. I did look that up. He was trapped on a mountain. What did he do? Got vines, snuck around behind, and he attacked them from both sides of the Romans. That's how he got out of that jam. From season 2.
It was like
Vengeance.
Yeah.
So that is based on truth, and he's very tactical, and he has a broader mindset of warfare than the King Leonidas and the Spartans do. They have one way of fighting, which it's an effective way. There's a reason why they kind of faded into history and never advanced their culture.
Well, but all the cultures around that area ended up becoming absorbed.
Not Sparta. Sparta was the one Greek nation to never surrender to the Romans. They signed a peace treaty, never surrendered.
Just because the people aren't there don't mean they were just slaughtered.
I know, but they never advanced their culture because they're very cut off. That's why the movie, it's ironic, they're talking about freedom and reason, whenever they are the antithesis of that in any Greek society. If anything, Athens was the centerfold of
reason and
republic,
all that. But in Sparta, it wasn't ruled as a flat out
dictatorship. It was
not ruled like that. It was ruled flat out. Well, it was a democracy.
There was a king, but you could not. The king had as much power to really do anything as you and I have.
Yeah.
But you're king by title. You don't get anything better. You don't get anything special. You had to sleep with the same troops. You couldn't sleep with your wives, which is misnomed in the actual movie. You don't sleep with your wives. Wives sleep here. Men sleep here. Children sleep here. Seriously.
I believe that.
And you had no. You command like he did. He commanded his 300 men of his personal guard, but he can't take troops and go to war without convening the council.
Yeah, that's why they were pissed off at him in the first place.
So I think it's Spartacus's battle to lose. If terrain gets in the way, but I really think his sheer numbers, and he can if it's in an open field, he'll easily just surround Spartacus.
I will give it to Spartacus, judging by what you went over. I would give it to Spartacus on an open plain.
if it is plenty of space to move around and he can use all of his weapons that he has at his disposal, he's gonna cut Leonidas down to shit in no time at all. You take it back to Thermopylae. I gotta give it to my boy. I mean, I know in the history they ended up losing whatever, but still, it's still an impressive feat to hold out.
You got to factor in that Spartacus and Xerxes are two different people. Xerxes just kept throwing troops at him. He's basically throwing puppies into a wood chipper. That's basically what it's like. He just basically.
That is like the worst fucking analogy.
I know.
Hate it.
But
I think my wife would punch you for that.
Kittens.
No, I think she'd probably kill you for that.
Probably.
That'd be different.
But I don't think I think Spartacus would not keep just charging him. He probably would have found a path on his own. He probably would have found some other way to negate the advantage. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he actually has javelin throwers, so
there's
that. So he would probably at least maybe get at angles and throw javelins over them because the guys behind him, the guys in front have the shield here.
We put that in last week's list, and it should be in this week's list.
Yeah, I realize that. You put that in. I didn't. You son of a bitch.
I don't know. I just, honestly, I kind of favor the history of Leonidas and Sparta. And it's just such a romantic story, the final battle of the 300. It's so romantic.
And whenever I play Rome Total War, I have it on my computer. Total War and Total War 2. Always play as the Spartans. I just like it better.
I just really enjoy that. I understand all the factual shit you said. I get it. And, like, that's a lot. When you're talking about, I have this one way of doing things, but it always works, so I'm not too concerned about learning anything else. When Spartacus is a lot more adaptive to, what are those guys doing? I want to try that. That looks like fun.
You go with a shield and a sword, good. You go with two swords, awesome. You go with a giant axe, great.
By all means.
You're a woman, you have daggers, great.
Now,
whenever we break ranks, you're going to be perfect. You shoot a bow, awesome.
Well, yeah, adaptive. It's good. However, if it came down to King Leonidas from the movie 300 versus Spartacus from the Spartacus series, my money's on Leonidas.
I would take Spartacus. Spartacus is a one-on-one. If you're taking just one-on-one, I think Spartacus. Spartacus is a better one-on-one fighter. I understand that. I think Spartacus is a better one-on-one fighter. He's trained in the art of Spartans, and they really glorified this in the movie. I'm just going to say this, and I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But they really glorified the art. They didn't fight that way. They didn't run out and like have all these battles like 3-on-20 and they're killing them, then they regroup and run back out. They stayed in their very disciplined to stay in their ranks and stay in the line.
Yeah, and let the battle come.
Yes, they always did that. They really glorified that in 300, which is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It's 300 is one on my list.
Yeah, I was about ready to say because it was just like a whole pile of fucking bodies.
Oh, it was awesome.
That was amazing when they just overnight stacked them all up and just went.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I agree with that aspect. My counter to that is that's not how they fought. One-on-one, they were not great fighters. It's them as a unit that made them extremely hard to fight. They locked their shields up. You couldn't get to anyone. You couldn't get through the shield. What are you gonna do? They have their spear. They're all very disciplined with their spears. If you get through one spears, you have the guy behind him has his spear sitting in between the one of the shields, and he'll get him next. So it was just a wall of spears and a wall of shields. It's great.
Okay.
So you say an open battle. You have Spartacus.
Spartacus in the open battle. If we're at Thermopylae, I'm taking Leonidas.
I'd still take Spartacus based on technicality. What? Oh yeah. I wonder how loud it is on there. We can kind of hear it, but I wonder how loud it is.
It shouldn't be. It's down lower than we are.
Okay.
If anything, it's covering up my voice, which I didn't really say anything for the last 20 minutes anyway.
Sorry.
I had nothing to add. But letting you go ahead and put all the information out there for me.
I don't have to play today. I don't think no, but
there's a panther piss in the fridge.
What is it?
Panther piss.
What's that?
Who's like?
I can check that. Miller's not bad.
I like it.
Any other nerd question you want to tailor made? You have any nerd question? Anything nerdy you want to throw out there?
I will say this. our top 10s will be expanded on this.
Oh yeah, they will.
There's no, I can't cut it
By
down
the
to
way,
10.
I saw that today. Yesterday.
I'm going to say I saw it. Oh, Jason David Frank is my friend.
And I saw that.
No.
Megan Tammy. Big fan of you. I love your work and your butt. Okay. Which one would you rather have out of this? It's a. Would you rather have? Would you rather have a power ring, bat suit, Iron Man suit, Mjolnir, Captain America shield, or any symbiote?
You mean Mjolnir?
Yeah, whatever.
Ymir?
Mjolnir.
Give me. Wow. Any symbiote.
What would be
like? Is that like Carnage, or could I have like a Goa'uld from Stargate, like the little alien crawling around inside of my head that makes me super powered and super evil? That just sounds like fun.
Does it also attach your spine that if you disconnect it kills you?
Yeah,
or is
but
that the,
I would probably enjoy all of that.
Is that
The Goa'uld.
That's your fault.
No, the Goa'uld.
Well, that's the people they're in. It's called Jafar, right?
No, the Jaffa incubate the Goa'uld, and then the Goa'uld take a host.
Oh, okay.
But a Jaffa cannot be a host for a Goa'uld.
Okay.
Let's see. Power Ring, Mjolnir, Captain America shield, the bat suit. I have Captain America shield, so I want Iron Man suit to go with it.
Okay.
I do.
For just having one, decorative purposes, the bat suit I would love. I had to pick.
You could do more with the Iron Man suit than you could with the bat suit. I'm just putting that out there because neither you nor I are trained to the peak of human perfection.
Yeah, that would probably be very heavy for us. The Batman suit.
Yeah, but the Iron Man suit's built with servos and shit to help you along.
For cosplay and just having it purposes, I would love to have a bat suit. Like a real legitimate bat suit I could wear and look badass. That, you gotta admit, that would at least be awesome to show up at a party.
That would be awesome to show up, but with your stature and your current form, I think the way to go for you would be Wolverine.
Maybe.
Because they draw him lean and shit, but in the original comics when he was first drawn, he was a stocky badass.
Yeah. I don't want Mjolnir. Because who says I'm worthy enough to carry it?
Yeah. You can put it on my desk.
The Captain America shield is kind of badass.
It is super
I don't want
badass.
any symbiote.
I think they're probably referring more along the lines of
Carnage or Venom.
Yeah.
It's either. I don't know. I don't like Iron Man that much, but having that suit would be badass.
Okay, having the suit would be badass. You'd be able to
I would just get in that thing and like watch cartoons.
They're like, hey, how do you go to the bathroom in the suit? Just like that. No, don't worry. It recycles it. You can drink it when I'm done. Love it.
I'll go with the Batman suit just because
You're a bat dork.
See, that has a power ring. Power ring would be badass.
Did you see the Deadpool shirt?
No.
It's got him holding his fingers up like this, wearing a sign that says, I am the night.
Oh, jeez.
Why do you consider Jackass is not a comedy?
Yeah, it is.
No,
it's stupid.
It's
stupid,
social Darwinism on film. It's exactly what it's
Good reference. Social Darwinism. All right. If you can have any of these abilities, which one would you pick?
Well, what would the people at home?
Okay.
They want some choices.
You can gain one of these abilities. Which one would you choose? Invisibility, telepathy, super speed, self duplication, flight, power of ice, weather control, transform into a beast, super strength, teleportation, power of fire. Yeah, power of fire.
That is a long fuck list.
Sonic screen, breathe under fire, impermeable skin, like Luke Cage, control plant life, heightened senses, instant healing, shapeshifter, irresistible seduction, size control, maximum intelligence, power of electricity, elasticity, or X-ray vision. It's a long list. It's like, okay. Let's see. Play.
That's a lot of shit.
It is a lot of shit.
Wow. Like, if I had invisibility, I could see all the titties.
Oh.
Like, there'd be no titties that I couldn't see.
But if I was a telepath, I could talk you in to take
Showing
your shirt
you
off. Yeah. Oh, wow.
If you had super intelligence, you could talk to it anyway. Then you sleep with you.
Yeah, but if I could teleport, I could just like pop in your room after you're already naked in bed. See where I'm going with this?
It's all about boobs. A lot of boobage.
Breathe underwater is just highly overrated.
Yeah. Can we at least negate some? Can we negate some? Super speed?
Gone. Off the list.
I wouldn't mind super healing. Because if you just chose like one day to decide to work out, you can probably get a lot of working out. Well, I don't know. Super depends. Self-duplication? No, I'm good. Flight? No, I'm good.
No, I ain't worried about flying. Power of ice? No, not so much. We have that right now.
Weather control? Sometimes, but probably not all.
No.
Transform into the beast?
No.
Sonic scream? No. Power of fire? No. Maybe teleportation. Super strength? No. There's no point in having super strength.
Breathe underwater? No.
Then you have to go through that awkward period where you're learning how to control your super strength. And permeable skin? No. Of course, I could always just piss off anyone I want and get shot or stabbed and nothing will happen.
Control plant life? No. Heightened senses?
That would be bad.
Only it can use claws.
True. Size control? Maybe. Depends on what you're talking about.
No.
Elasticity? Maybe. The same reason.
You know what? The only two on there that I think I would be like really interested in would be power of electricity or instant healing. Because I think it would be more impressive.
Elasticity?
No,
Oh,
electricity.
Okay.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Power of electricity or instant healing. And I say instant healing. Like having impenetrable skin is impressive, but when some prick comes and nails your hand to the table with a knife and you pull the knife out and you look at him as it slowly closes everything up, I think that's just going to be a little bit more impressive.
Okay, so if you had to pick two and call yourself a superhero, you'd pick those two, right?
Yeah.
So it would be instant healing and what else? Power of electricity. So what would your superhero name be? Think about that and I'll pick mine. I would like heightened senses. You know my real power I want some future compliments. I'll take heightened senses and maximum intelligence.
Heightened senses of maximum intelligence.
Yes. And the point of that would be I can figure out, like, I would basically kind of like Batman, but minus all the super strength.
You would essentially build your set of Iron Man armor, and then you would have your heightened senses to go on. That's how I see that panning out, because without any sort
Well,
of
with your heightened senses, you can always detect danger, so you can always avoid danger if you need to. Where you'd have at least some sense of what danger or the probability of you surviving the danger you're about to encounter. Right? Mm-hmm. So you'd rarely, it'd be very hard to get you in a situation where you weren't able to at least foresee yourself getting out. And I'm just talking realistically in today's society. That to me is more needed than or plausible to do things. Like if we have a super villain, obviously, and that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And pick a super villain and how we beat him.
So you're just working on day-to-day life.
I'm working on day-to-day things that would actually help me in my day-to-day life, and I could progress from there.
Oh, my superhero name would be Flatline.
Flatline?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ultra senses and excellent intelligence. What would mine be? Not the vibe. I want to do that. It's basically Cisco. Kinda.
Because if you ever look at electricity on a 2D thing, it looks like a heart monitor kind of thing going out.
Yeah.
And since I have super healing, you're not going to kill me, so the one thing you'll never get me is Flatline. So I'm Flatline. Anti-Flatline. I'll just be Flatline, because that's the one thing you can't do to me is Flatline. You're welcome, Marvel.
Call me Synapse.
There you go. That'll work.
Makes sense, right?
I'm with
Ultra senses and brain. Call me Synapse.
Synapse. Gotcha.
It works, right? Chocolate. What are our villains? Who'd be your ultimate? Hold on, let me pick your ultimate villain. Ultimate in healing. He says you're just healing electricity, right?
Yeah.
Well, telepathy would be an issue for you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't stop me from healing.
Probably not. But it can control you.
I'm alright with it.
And irresistible seduction. I think those would be your weaknesses right there.
Okay, so essentially, like, I'd be like Deadpool. Every time I saw a set of boobs, that would be rogue.
Come on, that would probably be the best thing against you.
Probably.
Maybe impermeable skin. That's like a who would hurt who, but obviously it has electricity, so there's
Yeah, but electricity isn't technically
just skin. Yeah, I get it.
Through your skin.
Yeah, your skin's a conductor, so it goes through.
Yeah,
so.
You're still gonna get stung.
Okay, so that's what I would say. It would be based on telepathy and irresistible seduction. So, who do you think my perfect villain would be?
Super smart, heightened senses.
I'm super smart, so telepathy wouldn't work as well on me. It might work, but probably not as well.
I would say someone who had the power of super speed and control plant life.
What is that?
Well, the super speed and super intelligence, that kind of negates both of those abilities because you're not going to stop them. And they're coming at you. And with the heightened senses and your super intelligence, controlling plant life would mean you can manipulate poisons, which could negate such things.
Maybe. Yeah.
I was looking at it open-ended.
So fast plant growth.
Okay. So it would be like,
Poison Ivy had sex with
Squared.
What's your villain's name? The woman.
Any set of tits.
Boobs McGee.
Boobs McGee. Flatline was Flatline.
Flatline.
Boobs McGee.
Synapse. Your ultimate villain would be, okay, I said telepathy and irresistible seduction.
Boobs McGee.
Brain tits.
Viper would actually be perfect, but that's
Seductress. Seducto. There we go.
Seducto.
Yeah.
It's got to be a chick.
It has to be. Oh yeah, it has to be. It definitely
would be a seductress.
Seductor.
Pretty much any like succubus would probably be.
Probably.
Yeah, that'd be my downfall right there.
Natural.
Succubus could be done.
Any kind of succubus. So what would my villain be? Super speed. The weed.
The weed.
Not hot.
Blunt Man and Chronic.
No. Yeah. No, but I mean, like, weeds grow fast. That's all. That's what I meant by that. Daisy. Daisy's no. Daisy's not. Is it? Dandelion.
Dandelion is a weed now, but at one time it wasn't. It was one of the rarer flowers in existence.
Dandelioness. White thorn.
Yeah. Because it gets into your bloodstream and it can kill you quicker than shit if you don't catch it.
Yeah, but I'm smart. I can make an antivenom.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
True.
For your nemesis's name, I would go with something like a white thorn. Because, well, poison ivy's already taken, and I'm sure somebody has already written some sort of backwater comic where the villain's name is the Weed.
Okay. Ooh. Vine. Woman with vine. Vines grow fast.
I would just venture to say that name is probably something around there is taken by some comic company.
Okay. I was just trying to think of fast-growing plants, so that's why I said the name. Anything else you want to do on a Nerd Talk? We're going to talk about our shows for a little bit, real quick, and then we're going to do our top 10.
Top 10s. Top 20s. 20s. I can't narrow it down, dude.
I have that issue too.
You're gonna let me you're gonna make me say no. You can't have 300 on your list. Fuck you. I'm not playing it.
We'll figure it out.
I'm out.
We'll figure that out.
I'm out.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, so we both have our super. I'm actually going to try to make a comic out of it.
I wrote my own comic book at one point.
Okay. What's your character name? I'm the Synapse. What's yours?
Flatline.
Flatline. Cool. Synapse and Flatline. Wherever
Like a villain.
he goes. I'm the logical one, and he's the one that always gets his dick in trouble. But he actually has crazy superpowers.
Really have crazy superpowers.
We'll walk up to a group of girls. She got herpes. I don't care.
No, you wouldn't do that. You'd be the one going,
Herpes.
she's got herpes.
Herpes. And she's on her period.
Yeah,
And
we're
she's
out.
on her.
We're out. We're out. Hold on.
And Chad would be like,
Man, her nipples don't even get hard.
and Chad would be like,
She's got
are
nerve
they
damage.
everywhere? I can get rid of those herpes.
Oh, but I got super healing,
Yeah,
so
super healing.
you throw me the scraps.
If you never go, herpes gone, herpes gone, herpes gone, herpes gone.
Yeah, but I'm take care. See, you can take all the clean ones, and I take all the dirty ones because I ain't getting none.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
It's like, I forgot to tell you I got cramps. No, you don't.
Oh, no, you don't need that. You got syphilis. You would heal yourself.
Yeah, I know, but she's like, I got cramps. No, you don't.
Need some hair removed.
That went so.
Need some hair removed.
Oh, honey, you need to shave.
That'd be your superpower. that'd be your job on the side.
Walk up. Like, you want to take care of that, honey. That is just way out of hand. That went just like totally the other way.
I'd be the Synapse.
That went totally
I
the
kind of
other
like
way.
that name, Synapse.
Totally the other way.
I know. That's a clever name. Our names are pretty clever. Flatline's good for you. Synapse.
I'm going with it.
Because it's senses and brain power.
You know what we're gonna have to do for Halloween this year?
Or you dress up as.
We're gonna have
Flatline and
to go. We're gonna have
Synapse.
to build costumes.
Me, I'm just gonna be dressed up like in a suit or whatever. I'm just gonna. There's a lot of drunk, horny bitches. Go to Blackberries. Hey, so Flatline.
Smell
Call you clear.
that. No, I'll just walk up to you and be like, "Did you smell that?" And you're like, "Son of a bitch, farted." Hold on. And we're bar.
Did you smell it? Yeah, I smelled it 30 minutes ago when you farted. Thanks. I wasn't even here yet. I was in my car. I was on my way.
I was basking in my own ambience, you prick.
Yeah, I smelled it. I was like, Chad's it for 30 minutes.
You know, literally, we just built like it'd be like Deadpool and Batman hanging out in the same car all night long.
Something like that.
How fucking annoyed would you be having to hang out with me in that?
And how annoyed would you be when every time you say something like, you realize that that's completely wrong and you're stupid, right? I don't care. I can heal.
Chimichangas.
If I punch you, you can't heal.
Timmy fucking Chongas. Woo. Can you tell I'm like psyched for the Deadpool movie? Any inclination out there in internet land? Psyched. So psyched. Okay.
So go on to talk about our shows for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll wax poetically about that for a little while, but I'd like to take a little bit longer break than 5 seconds.
Alrighty then. See you.